All right, folks, had to do some fancy footwork, if you will, to get back on here, and we're streaming live again from Elmvale as we're going to get a penalty call, and I think this one's going to go to Minto this time. We had a couple penalties that were announced, and I believe so it was 2 penalties for 2 players of Elmvale, and now Jordan Alexander takes a penalty for Minto, so I believe that'll put us at a 5-on-4 or 4-on-3 situation. Yeah, so 4-on-3 for Minto, who still has a power play here. As the puck comes ahead and into the Elmvale zone where they'll battle for it there. This puck is going to be played. Warren shot off a body and into the corner off Fuller that time. This is Minto on the power play here. It's 1:05 left as it's picked off, and Fuller blocked it and got it out. Back to get it now is that was Butcher, number 8, played it across. Here's Caleb Warren, and across the line again. Stops up at the line, puts it across, now gets it back. Warren puts it across. This is Blake Nickel. Nickel shoots off a body and into the corner. Now it's Butcher and Nickel. They'll play tag with it. Nickel shoots. Good save. Featherston Howe with the stop, and he'll hold on. We have 11 minutes exactly to go here in period 1. We're still scoreless, looking for the game's first goal. And about 31 seconds left in this 4-on-3 for Minto. Starting goalies in this one, number 31, Jonathan Reinhardt of Minto, and number 1, Noah Featherston Howe for Elmvale. There's a shot off a stick, off the back glass and out of play. Boy, that glass is really high. I've never noticed that, but yeah, it's really high up there as the puck is slashed out by Elmvale. They're going to look to get away here. Owen King on it, number 14. He controls, trying to kill some clock, and he'll just fire it into the Minto zone, and it'll be touched, and we'll get a whistle. Still 4 seconds left before we go back to, well, actually it'll be a power play at that point for Elmvale, so it turns from a 4-on-3 into a 5-on-4 for Elmvale in 4 seconds, and we'll have about 36 seconds of Elmvale power play. Owen King will take this face-off for the Harvesters. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play. Great to be with you. McIsaac throws it back, and it's going to be Clayton for Minto. And now we're back. It's going to be an Elmvale power play here. As King went in trying to get it, and it'll be fired down by Minto. Featherston Howe out to stop it there, and he'll leave it. Shorman's going to set it there. And up is going to come Riley Pitt, the team's leading defenseman scorer, and second in league defenseman scoring. He trails only Kyler Nixon of Durham. 5 seconds left as it's played in deep by Elmvale. And the power play is going to expire, but Elmvale still with the puck in the zone. Shot deflected just over the net. Elmvale going to continue to put the pressure on. Robertson played it in. Now there's another trip there as Reinhardt gets bowled into by number 92. That's Brad Kepfer as the whistle goes, and we'll get a stoppage. 9:41 to go now here in the first period. That puck is out of play off the face-off, and I don't know what they're going to call here. Are they going to make a call or not? That delay of game is kind of finicky in this league, I find, because the goaltenders get whistled for it, but the players don't. I find that very strange. But face-off there, controlled by Minto. We're back to 5-on-5 here in the first. This will be played up by Minto, and they're going to bring it ahead. Big hit on Stephen Grant as he loses that puck, and Elmvale's got it now in their own end. They're going to bring this puck ahead. Young Puts it ahead to Fuller across. Kelly. Kelly shoots, good save. Reinhardt, and he'll hang on. Jacob Kelly, the OEHL leading scorer with 51 points. Just having an unbelievable season, number 9 of Elmvale. This face-off going to come up to the left-hand side of Reinhardt as Stephen Gibson of the Minto 81's makes his presence into the lineup. Number 6 of Minto. Seen him play, he's so good. This one's ahead, and Minto's going to bring this puck out of the zone. Warren, he gets bodied at the line, but sees it coming and braces himself for it. Now it's back to Clayton at the line, who keeps it in. Shoots! Deflected just wide, blocker side. They play it into the corner. This one will be thrown around, and Elmvale's going to bring it out. Oh, out of the reach of Cochran, and it's going to be an icing call against Elmvale. Face-off will come back in the Harvesters' end with 8:45 to go here in period number 1. Checking the out-of-town scoreboard, there was one other game that took place, and as that shot goes wide on the glove side of Featherston Howe Gow, this is played in deep by Minto.
I think yours cut out. I got a call.
Just letting you know.
8:16 to go here in period number 1 as we get a face-off in the Minto zone to the right-hand side of Jonathan Reinhardt. This one's in the skates. It'll be picked up by Minto, and they're going to bring this puck to the line and out. Dave Pierce back to get it for Elmvale. It's in the corner. It'll be played ahead, kept in by Alexander. He'll shoot. Good save by Featherston Howe Gow as Margot picks it up off the boards, plays it in low, goes to the net, can't convert on the pass across. Now it's in the middle. Here's a shot, they score! Number 17, Mason Cohn of Minto, in his season debut, puts it in behind the net of Noah Featherston Howe, and that makes it 1-0 for the two-time defending champion Minto 81's. Yeah, while all that was transpiring, I was trying to get the out-of-town score, and the Ripley Wolves taking care of business on home ice, defeating the Lucknow Lancers 5-2. And so they restore a 3-point advantage on Elmvale, who were within a point coming into the game. But now there's the shot, they score! Dylan Palamaki responds as he picks the pocket of Brendan Clayton and beats Jonathan Reinhardt on the blocker side. We're tied at 1. Wow, what a turn of events here. So it's goals from number 17, Mason Cohn, his first of the season, and from Dylan Palamaki, his 10th of the year, have tied it here at 1 with 7:41 to go here in period 1. Elmvale Harvesters, Minto 81's. Great to be here. Puck is in the Minto zone. Clayton played it ahead out to Aiden Yard, who throws it across. Minto's going to gather it at the red line. There's a hit on Nickel. He was braced for that. I think that might have been Blake Nickel, number 20. Mason Kahn with the goal. I thought it was Cone, but it's Kahn, and it'll be Aiden Yard with it now for Minto. He's going to bring it ahead to center and dump it into the Elmvale zone. And behind the net, Shorman played it away, but it's all the way into the neutral zone for Minto. That one's off the overhead and out of play. So an unassisted goal for number 7, Dylan Palamaki. and he ties it after Mason Kahn scored for Minto to give them a 1-0 lead. So we're tied at 1 here in Elmvale with 6:50 to go. Now it's played in by Elmvale into the far corner, and they'll go after it. Fuller threw it around. This one's to Balkwell. And it's picked off, and now back into the Elmvale zone as Gibson played it in. It was delayed offside, so Minto couldn't go after it. Now we're 6:26 to go, and this is into the Minto zone. However, Alexander plays it right back out. Elmvale with the puck in their own end. Played across, and it's picked off. Joseph Franzen threw it into the far side. Now it's going to be played ahead by Minto into the middle. Off the skate of Herford. Couldn't get the shot away. It's kept in by Butchert. Herford shoots wide, blocker side. Picked up by Elmvale. Now it's Caleb Warren. He was trying to get a sniff, but couldn't. It's off the glass and out of the zone. It's all the way back in the Minto end now. They're going to play it across. This is Butchert. Throws it to Warren. Had Herford, but he couldn't get it there, and he's across the line. Into the skates of Herford, though, and he'll go to the bench for a change. 5:41 to go here in the first. Elmvale and Minto tied at 1. OEHL hockey live on YouTube. This will be played in as Elmvale races down and gets the puck in the Minto zone. This is back to the line to Franzen. Franzen shoots. Saved by Reinhardt, and it'll hang on. .5:22 to go, face-off in the Minto zone. This will be played to Edmonds, who had his shot deflected away as Ted Nickel up there trying to get after it. Plays it across to Kahn. He puts it across. Here's McIsaac. Tried to shoot, but he had it stripped away, and now they battle in the corner for it. This is Kahn, or Margot, puts it over to McIsaac, who had it stripped away, and it's out of the zone. Minto going to have to come back for it, but it's an icing call against the Elmvale Harvesters. Face off here coming up to Noah Featherston Howe-Gow's right-hand side in the Elmvale zone. This will be won back by Minto. Quick shot off the face-off, good save. Rebound to the corner. This one will be picked up by Minto. Going to put it back to the line to Blake Nickel. Nickel shoots. Looking for a deflection, didn't materialize. Edmonds trying to get it out, can't. Minto able to keep the puck in. Edmonds going to try again. Gets bodied. Back to the line to Clayton. Clayton shoots. Deflected rebound. It's loose. Minto still with control and behind the net, and it's whistled down. What do we get here? Nets off. Could be whistled down. Good chance there. .423 to go here in the first period. We're in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada at the Floss Elmvale Community Arena. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you. This is back to Alexander. He'll shoot. That's wide. Featherston Howe-Gow corrals it off the end boards, and he'll hang on. As we get another whistle. Face off this time to Featherston Howe-Gow's left-hand side. As Margot steps in for the face-off for Minto, number 72. Back to Torrey, who's shot. That's Owen Torrey, number 9. Riley Torrey is number 4, defenseman of Minto. Alexander back in his own end. He'll play it across. This is Stephen Gibson. He'll play it off the boards. Grant couldn't corral it. Elmvale's got it in their own end. This is Owen King. He'll play it back. Elmvale trying to organize in their own end, but they play it in the neutral zone. Minto gathers it. They'll play it ahead to Owen Torrey. Torrey to the middle, couldn't get it there, and bounds out, and Gibson's got it for Minto. Gibson across. Alexander to the red line. Into the zone, they're onside. Grant had it stripped away, and it'll be played ahead to Owen King. He'll shoot it in. King gets dumped. Minto able to pick up the puck, and Alexander throws it ahead. Here comes Butcher. Butcher to the backhand, stops up, centering. Hurley couldn't get the shot away, and it's to the line. McIsaac shoots wide on the blocker side. At the line, Elmvale trying to get it out, they do, and now Minto going to corral it in the neutral zone. Pass ahead, it's tipped in right on Featherston Howe-Gow, and he's just going to hold it there. Down to 2:56 now to go here in the first. Face off to the left, and it'll be whistled down, done incorrectly, as Caleb Warren's going to have to come out. Stepping in is Chase Herford to take the face off for Minto. This will be in the Minto skates, or Elmvale skates, but Herford's got it. Shoots just wide, blocker side. Featherston Howe, I think, got it. Featherston Howe-Gow got a piece. Now it's into the corner. Elmvale can't come up with it. That one's way up into the rafters and out of play. Off an Elmvale stick, face-off will remain in the Elmvale zone. Oop, a little too far over. There we go. Face-off here in the Elmvale zone. This will be controlled by the Harvesters, and they're going to play it all the way around. This will be played up the boards and out. Number 9, Jacob Kelly, able to get that puck out. In the neutral zone, it's going to come across. Picked up there by Ted Nickel. He'll play it back to Blake Nickel, and he'll throw it ahead, and Elmvale's going to intercept. Kelly brings it ahead, puts it across, and it'll be given away, and Minto's going to take control in their own end as we get down to almost 2 minutes remaining here. As it's going to be a Minto icing this time around, and we'll get a face-off back in the Minto zone. We're in a 1-1 game. It's a packed barn here at the Floss Elmvale. Great to see. They're in full support of their Elmvale Harvesters here on a snowy afternoon. Puck is played in behind the net, and it's going to come to Riley Pitt at the line, who keeps it in. Now it's played back to Kelly. Kelly, he went down kind of awkwardly before he could get that shot away. Centering pass going to be intercepted by Blake Nickel, and he'll bring it in behind the Minto net. He'll start ahead. Down to 1:45 to go. Here's Clayton. Clayton stepping up over the blue line, had it stripped away though by Elmvale. Now it's played ahead. Can be deflected by Minto back in their own end, so no icing. Blake Nickel, he takes a body check. That takes him off the puck. Centering pass. Elmvale still has it. Pitt shoots wide, blocker side. Reinhardt gets spilt. As Young had his stick get caught up in his equipment, that was awkward. And it'll be played ahead by Minto. Almost too many men for the 81's, but they get away with this as Featherston Howe-Gow is forced to come up with the save. 1:05 to go as we near the final minute of period 1. Grant plays it across to Herford. It was out of his reach. We're in the final minute now. Herford shoots, save Featherston Howe-Gow. It goes to the corner. It'll be played ahead and out of the zone. Back to get it is Hurley of Minto. Be played up. Herford's going to tip it in. They'll go in after it. Franzen played it around. It's kept in by Gibson. Gibson shoots, picked off. Now it'll be played out. Good job by Franzen, a step in front of that. Down to 30 seconds to go. Minto going to try one final rush here as they bring it up the ice. As he back it. Anytime you back in across the blue line, it's generally offside, and that's called. Faceoff will be just outside the Elmvale blue line with 23.4 to go. This one is one ahead. Minto going to grab it at their own blue line as Gibson takes control. Looks ahead, plays it across. Clayton over to Gibson again. Down to 10 to go. Up and into the Elmvale zone. They're going to come after it. Trying to center, 5 left. And this will be pinned, and that will do it. 20 minutes in the books here in Elmvale. The Harvesters and the Minto 81's tied at 1. We'll be back for period 2 in a little while. Stick around. You're watching live OEHL hockey on YouTube. Live on YouTube, it's OEHL hockey from the Floss Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for this afternoon's OEHL North Division 2-time defending champion Minto 81's and the Elmvale. Today's game is brought to you by Clear Path Insurance Broker, by Quail's Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport, by Construction Equipment Supply, and by Bourgeois Ford Dealers in Midland, Ontario. It's live OEHL hockey on YouTube from Elmvale. All right, everyone, welcome back in. Period number 2 about to get underway here at the Floss Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you. Great to be along. And hopefully you're enjoying so far as we're set for period number 2. Elmvale in the home all reds while Minto in the visiting whites. That one in on Reinhardt. He makes the save. Minto going to try and play this puck out, and they carry it out. Kelly played it across, and Minto's going to gather it in their own end. Clayton again. Number 27, Brendan Clayton, plays it ahead. This is Cohn, the goal scorer. He'll bring it in across the line. Goes to the backhand, plays it across. It was in some skates, and Elmvale able to control it. It's in the neutral zone now, and Ted Nickel able to get in the way of that. Elmvale trying in on the forecheck, can't come up with the puck. Minto has it, and they'll play it out. And Elmvale able to get control as Riley Pitt picks it up. Kelly throws it across, almost intercepted by Minto, and they play it ahead, and now they're going to go in after it in the Elmvale zone. Centering pass, good save by Featherston Howe Gow as he got in the way of that, and Pitt is ahead with it. In across the line, stops up, drops. Minto able to get it out, look out! Herford has a step, gets in, makes a move, shot, save, Howe Gow. Featherston Howe Gow makes a big stop there on Chase Herford as he picks the pocket and goes in alone. Made a nice move to get past Belquill, and who is back covering as Reinhardt picks it up, and he'll hold it for a face-off. Man, chances at both ends. The pace has been unbelievable in this hockey game. Yeah, Andrew Rogers with you live on YouTube at the Real Raji 21. Apologies for the Elmvale Harvesters. They brought me in to do this game with an alternate stream available. My computer crashed while I was midstream, and I was unable to get that link back. Started one up on my own YouTube channel, and that is where I'm going to be for the rest of this game, hopefully, as that puck is blocked by goal scorer Palamaki, and he is slow to get up as he's going to go to the bench. Dylan Palamaki, his 10th of the season, was the Elmvale goal that tied it at 1 in the first. Caleb Warren in on the forecheck, can't get there. Owen King has it for Elmvale. Put it back in the zone end. This is Edmonds, number 88, picking it up for Elmvale. He'll skate it out. Across center, he dumps it in. They'll go in after it. Reinhardt slows it for Gibson. Big check on the boards. There's Hurley. Throws it ahead to Aiden Yard. Yard brings it in across the line. Into the middle. Hurley just wide, glove side. Hurley again. Plays it in deep for Yard. Yard in behind the net. Gave it away to Balkwill, and Edmonds is on the forecheck. He plays it out and gives a hit. This one's back in on the goaltender. Balkwill takes it in behind his net and play it ahead. This is Cochran. He'll skate it across center. Brings it into the Minto line. Edmonds, he fired or took a hit. Elmvale in behind the net with a pass out front. Here's a shot. Glove save Reinhardt as Franzen walked in from the line to make that shot. And a good save from Reinhardt. Elmvale plays it to the Minto line and dumps it in. They'll go in after it. McIsaac couldn't get there. It's still loose. Devin Shorman in the corner had it stripped away. Yard turns. He takes a check. Elmvale on the forecheck here, trying to get control of it. McIsaac's going to play it around. And Riley Torrey throws it ahead to Liam Hurley. Hurley, he takes a check when he plays it ahead. This is Margot. Margot in the corner after it. They battle for it in the corner with help from Ted Nickel. Big body check there on the boards from Margot, who gets sent down by Shorman. Elmvale going to skate out with it. Across center, they dump it in. Reinhardt will play it off the end boards, and he'll hold it for a whistle. The pace, unbelievable. As we're about 4 minutes into period 2, tied at 1. Minto 81's and the Elmvale Harvesters. Ripley's won today, 5-2 over Lucknow. So Ripley now, I believe, at 14-3. and 27 points. 14 and 3? It'll be 28 points. This puck is shot in. Reinhardt makes the save. I'll double check that in a moment, folks. But this one's into the corner. Riley Pitt keeps it in for Elmvale. Minto going to try and get it out and do. Now it'll be played ahead by Herford. In across the line they come. He drops for Warren. Warren backhands it to Herford. Centering. Blocked by Pitt, and he'll skate it out. Now it's over to Ryan Young. Oh, what a hit he took! And Pitt delivers a slash after to Blake Nickel, and Caleb Warren has some words for Pitt. Young was buried on the boards and very unhappy about it as well. So, yeah, animosity at an all-time high after that hit, as Ryan Young was buried and not happy about it. Here's Clayton up the boards. Minto able to get the puck out. Pitt throws it back in the Minto zone. Blake Nickel had it stripped away, took his man down. It'll be played out by Minto. Pitt plays it across. Clayton's going to pick it up for the 81's. Across, shoots, save. Rebound is picked up by Elmvale. Off the stick, off the stanchions, and out of play. Elmvale Harvesters, Minto 81's. Want to double check on this graphic here, if I can for a moment. Show the graphic of the standings for the North. So yeah, Ripley with the win, 14 and 3, 28 points, 3 better than the Elmvale Harvesters. For now, of course. Elmvale 1-1 here against the two-time defending champion, Minto 81's, and Elmvale brings that puck in offside, and we'll get a whistle. 14:52 to go here in the second period. We're tied at 1. Like I say, Ripley has defeated Lucknow 5-2, and in the only other game in the OEHL today, also in the North Division. This will be won back by Minto. They'll take control in their own end. Played across. Here's Gibson. Skates it up across the blue line, no further. Now it's going to be Alexander. That shot was blocked. Palamaki felt that. He's slow to get up. Shot in on Gow. He makes the save. Rebound. Still loose. It's in behind the net. Palamaki back up. Trying to gut this out. But he is laboring. There's a shot wide on the blocker side. Minto trying to gather control, and they do. Owen Torrey plays it back to the line to Gibson. Gibson shoots. Save Gow. Played back by Owen Torrey. Threw it into Hurley, but he gets to all the way to Stephen Grant. Back to the line to Gibson. Knocked down, and it's Balquill who picks it up for Elmvale, who throws it ahead. King had it stripped away. Now it's Stephen Grant. Grant plays it ahead. Nickel stood up, or Alexander, as that puck went through the crease and out the other side. Up ahead now. Alexander off the boards and out of the zone. Elmvale's going to get a change. It'll be played ahead, and here across the line they come 3-on-1. Centering pass, it's off a skate and wide of the net. Margot for Minto at the blue line. Plays it up and out of the reach. Balkwell plays it across. Lavergiere left it there for Franzen. That's tipped in by Cochran as Franzen took a big check. Minto now with the puck in their own end. It'll be picked up and it'll be skated ahead. And here comes Ted Nickel trying to split the defense. Can't. He goes to the backhand. Elmvale able to pick up the puck, and McIsaac keeps it in, but now it's out. Minto going to gather it there at center. Here's Cohn, the goal scorer. He got the scoring started in the first. Palamaki responded for Elmvale to tie it. Here comes Edmonds. He took a slash in the chest. Puts it across. There's a centering pass. Shorman kind of healed that into the corner, and here comes Minto the other way. And across the line they come as Butchert. Leaves for Cohn. Cohn. So what a drag, and he's stopped by Featherston Halgal. What a save that was. Back to the line. Clayton shoots through traffic. Good stop. And it's played out by Elmvale. This will be played up. Tipped in. Elmvale going to gather it there. Now Butcher had it stripped away. Another check there by Clayton, who came up on Hackett. Here's Herford to the backhand. Around the net, centers, all the way to the line. Here's a shot, just wide, glove hand side. Big check there on Jeremy Robertson in behind the net. And one of the Minto players went down, and it was Warren, as it is kept in, but just barely at the line. There's a shot, glove save from Featherston Howe Gow, and it'll be whistled down. Blake Nickel in gave the goaltender a little bit of a stick, and it'll be talked about. Nickel with a smile on his face. He knew exactly what he was doing. With 11:42 to go here in the second period, we get a face-off in the Elmvale zone. This one to be the left-hand side of Noah Featherston Howe Gow, goaltender for the Elmvale Harvesters. One back to Gibson. His shot off a skate. Elmvale going to skate it out. They put it ahead, and it's into the Minto zone. Kelly with the body check as Gibson picks it up in the corner. Grant into the middle to Hurley. Good pass across. Here's Yard to the backhand. Can't get a shot. Rebound still loose, and it's wide. Featherston Howe Gow is down and almost put that past the goalie. In behind the net now. Minto still with the puck. Back to the line. Here's a shot wide, and Pitt is going to have to get it in the corner as Yard plays it in. Hurley steps in front. Hurley's got it for Minto. Plays it to Yard. Yard in behind the net. Backhands away. Shot saved by Featherston Howe Gow, and it'll be played by Kelly. To the line. Elmvale's going to bring it to the line. They have it stripped away, though, by Minto, and here comes Ted Nickel. He has a man. Nickel trying to get to the net, but a good defensive play by Riley Pitt to step in front of that. Here's Jacob Kelly. OEHL leading scorer, Jacob Kelly, with 51 points. He gets it stripped away, and Minto's going to bring it ahead across center. Margot. He leaves for Nickel. Across. Cone. Stop, shoots. In his skates. Rebound. Save. Featherston Howe Gow makes the pad save. Back to line to Blake Nickel. Puts it down low. Ted Nickel in behind the net. He'll get bodied off the puck. Elmvale will touch. We'll get a penalty call against the Harvesters. That was Mason Cone in behind the net as he touched up. As Pitt, I believe, is going to get this penalty for Elmvale. So that sends Minto to the power play here in a 1-1 game with 10-11 to go. Face-off will be here in the Elmvale zone. To the right-hand side of Noah Featherston Howe Gow. Warren on the face-off, wins it back. Gibson puts it across. This is Herford to Gibson. Gibson across. No shot yet. Minto to the outside. Down low. It's out the other side, and Warren's going to pick it up in the corner. Caleb Warren leaves for Gibson. No shot yet. Gibson across to Warren. Back to Gibson. Shoots! Wide glove side. Rebound! It stays out, and it's still to the outside. Nickel. That's Blake Nickel. It's kept in by Minto as Fransden picks it up. And to the line, kept in by Minto. 81's controlling to the outside as it's back into the skates of Blake Nickel. Wide. It's still loose. Warren keeps it in. Warren shoots off a body, and it's intercepted by Elmvale and out of the zone. And a couple of hacks on Blake Nickel as they go uncalled, and here comes Mason Cone into the zone. Cone to the outside as his man goes firing into the boards. There's a shot from Minto, and that's off a skate and out of play. And we'll get a stoppage here. And they'll get a new puck, and we'll get a face-off in the Elmvale zone with 50 seconds left in the Minto power play. Riley Pitt in the box for 2 or less. Elmvale able to control off the faceoff, but Minto is going to get to this puck first. Now it's back to Alexander, who keeps it in at the line. To the outside, this is Margot. Eric Margot playing it down low. Minto to the outside, still no shot in. This is Ted Nickel trying to get a lane. Plays it in to Margot, he spills, and he plays it to Cone. Back to Alexander, who keeps it in. Down low. Played to Cone. Alexander shoots, pad save from Featherston Howe-Gow. Battle for it in front of the net of Noah Featherston Howe-Gow, and he stops that one, and he's going to hang on. Featherston Howe-Gow played last night against Ripley and earned the victory to notch his 6th win of the season, and he has been really good in this hockey game thus far. We have 5 seconds left in the Minto power play. One back by Minto. Are they going to get one last shot here? There's a shot. They score! Caleb Warren with a deflection in front, and Minto capitalizes right as the penalty was expiring. I don't think it's a power play goal, but it is one nonetheless. And Minto is up. They lead it 2-1 here in the second. What a deflection from the captain with 8:10 remaining in the second period. As, like I say, Caleb Warren, number 81, capitalizes, and the captain is on the board here in Elmvale. As we played ahead, as Warren dumps it in, Herfort's going to go after it. Plays it into the middle. Shot there by Blake Nickel is out of play, and it'll be whistled down. Good chance there for Minto.
Minto goal, his 6th of the season, scored by number 81, Caleb Warren.
Caleb Warren with his 6th of the season, and that gives the 81's the lead. Now with 7:54 to go, the faceoff in the Elmvale zone. Hurley trying to win that back, can't. Balkwell gets it for Elmvale, comes out in front of his own net, gives it away. Elmvale's going to get it, but give it away again. Hurley steps to the middle, shoots, save, Howe-Gow, and he's going to hold on. Kind of sloppy in the Elmvale zone from Balkwell, number 10, and almost ends up in the back of the net. Puck control by Elmvale in their own end here as they pick up the puck, and they're going to try and skate this puck out. They do. Kelly had it stripped, and now it's up as Ryan Young threw it in. I think that's Ryan. Yeah, Ryan. It'll be played out by Minto into the neutral zone, and now it's Stephen Grant. Grant tried to toe drag, couldn't get the shot away. Owen Torrey kept the puck in for Minto as Elmvale picks it up in behind their own net. This is played ahead to Fuller, into the middle to Young. He's got Kelly. Back to Kelly, shoots, glove save by Reinhardt, and he keeps it out. Dangerous opportunity for Elmvale, but Reinhardt with the big save. Cone throws it across, he's got a man. And across the line they come. Drop pass, centers, scores! Ted Nickel on the give and go. Deflects it just past Noah Featherston Howe-Gow, and the Minto 81's have struck twice here, and they lead it 3-1. That one went past the goal line so slow off the redirect from Nickel in front, and Minto struck twice here, and they now lead it 3-1 over second place Elmvale. This is back in the Minto zone. Elmvale, big check there as Margot gets it and throws it into the middle. Then across the line they come, they send it in. Ted Nickel with the goal as that one's fired in on Featherston Howe-Gow as Margot goes down. Ted Nickel, the latest goal scorer that extends the lead for Minto to 3-1. Elmvale going to grab this puck and bring it up. They'll throw it right in on Reinhardt. He'll freeze it for the faceoff. Owen King, as Margot gives him a shot at the end of that play. .6:11 now to go here in the second period. Minto leads 3-1. Elsewhere in the OEHL today, Ripley Wolves defeating the Lucknow Lancers 5-2. And they lead in the north. They now have a 14-3 record and lead the Elmvale Harvesters by 3 points. That one's shot out of play off a stick. It will remain in the Minto zone. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you. Great to be here in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada. Floss Elmvale Community Arena is where we are. This one's one back as we played to Reinhardt's glove hand, and it'll hang on off the stick of number 16, Devin Shorman. Again, much thanks to Jared Robertson and the entire Elmvale Harvesters organization for allowing me to come down and do the thing I love to do the most, and that is play-by-play for hockey games. As in across the line comes Warren. He drops for Butchert. Into the middle, shot saved by Featherston Howe Gow as it's picked up by Laverdiere. He'll play it ahead. It was deflected away by Minto. And behind the net is Warren. He gets stapled. And then it's a big hit from behind, and we're going to get some more fun activity here as Herford comes in to check on his teammate who is bowled into the boards. That's Aiden Yard, I believe, who's slow to get up. Or excuse me, Butchert. And we're going to get a penalty call here to Elmvale. I'm not sure who it is. I think it might be Laverdiere, but it'll be for boarding. And Minto going to go to the power play with a 2-goal lead here. So it's going to be a 2-minute minor for boarding. So Laverdiere will serve 2 or less for the Harvesters, with Minto leading 3-1. And get a whistle as Minto gonna change in a player to take this face-off. This will be Eric Margot. He'll come in to take it, and he gets thrown out right away. We get a penalty call here. Oh yeah, I guess that would be a penalty. So it's a face-off infraction that gets called here. Minto had a guy come in to take the face-off, he got kicked out. They had a second guy come in to take the face-off, he got kicked out. So because they had 2 face-off infractions, it's a penalty for delay of game. So that evens us up, and we'll play 4-on-4. A lot of ice out here now for Elmvale and Minto in a 3-1 Minto lead. 5:35 to go here in the second. Face-off in the Minto zone. Margot able to pick up the puck. Elmvale keeps it in. King plays it down low. Jacob Kelly gonna grab it. He gets bodied off the puck. And now it'll be brought out by Minto as Cone plays it across to Gibson. Gibson in the corner, he gets bodied. Margot plays it into the middle, almost intercepted by Kelly. Kelly's gonna bring it ahead. Avoided a check there from Ted Nickel. Kelly plays it down low. Kelly leaves for Balkwill. He'll shoot. Deflected away by Reinhardt. Pitt shoots. Deflected by King just wide. Cone picks it up for Minto. He's going to skate it out of his own end. A little bit of interference there from Gibson as he sets a pick. Margot still has it. Stopped by Featherston Howe Gow. Good save. And this is played out by the Harvesters. Herford chased by Pitt, trying to gain control of the puck, can't, and Minto's going to bring it ahead. There's one man back, and across the line they come. Butchert scores! Leah Butchert on the 2-on-1 goes to the backhand. Featherston Howe Gow, no chance as he overplayed that pass across, and Butchert had to slide it into the empty cage, and It makes it a 4-1 Minto lead. So it's a 4-on-4 goal for Minto. Blair Butchert goes to the backhand and makes it 4-1 here with 4:21 to go. Elmvale with some work to do in this game. Back in the zone is Dave Pierce. Gives it away though to Butchert. Plays it ahead to Herford. Herford at the blue line. Gets it stripped away by Shorman. And down goes the linesman. Blair Butchert with the goal as Young brings it ahead. Shot there off of Reinhardt. That one off the stick of Fuller. Now it's to Young. Shoots wide, glove hand side. Young with the chance there, but he couldn't put it past Reinhardt. 5 seconds left in the 4-on-4 as this is played out into the Elmvale zone. Back to even strength here as it's picked up by Pierce. He gave it away. Hurley fell. He tripped over the blue line as it's played to Minto. So we're back to even strength here with 3:19 to go in period 2. This is played ahead to Hurley. 3-on-2 for Minto. Hurley still has it. In behind the net they battle as Pitt picks it up. Riley Pitt skates across center and across the line. Here's a pass in front and it's picked off by Minto. Centering pass up ahead to Yard. He lost the puck and Elmvale's just going to fire it the other way. Back into the Minto zone with 2:49 to go in the second. This is played ahead. Going to be picked up though by Elmvale. They'll just fire it back into the Minto zone. Across the line is Alexander. Plays it in behind the net. Pitt. Out ahead. And Clayton's going to pick it up for Minto. Puts it ahead to Margot, who throws it across. In across the line they come. Shot just wide as Margot tries to keep it in and does. He takes a check from Hackett. And we get a penalty call here upcoming. And it's going to go to Hackett. Or is it going to go to Minto? Margot's going to get the penalty, I believe, for a slash. So Hackett does what he meant to do and draws a penalty and gives the Elmvale Harvesters a power play here in that little altercation. So Elmvale is going to go to the power play here, trailing 4-1 and with 2:13 to go in the second period. Face-off going to be to the left-hand side of Jonathan Reinhardt. This is one back by Minto, and Gibson fires it out. Back to get it is Riley Pitt, who'll quarterback this power play.
Minto penalty to number 72, Eric Marco. 2 minutes.
Given away though, Minto picks it up and Cohn plays it back. Clayton now has it deep and he'll just play it across to Gibson. He'll fire it up. This is Cohn, short-handed as they play it back and they're just going to kill clock. Minto just keeping it away from Elmvale at this point. It's ahead now and Pitt's going to pick it up finally. He'll cross center and bring it into the Shelburne zone or Minto zone and he got dumped. And now Cohn has a breakaway. Cohn, shot save. Featherston Gal, that's a big stop short-handed. Here comes Pierce the other way. Pierce leaves. Back to Kelly. Down low as they set up finally on this power play. Has a minute left. Pitt shoots wide over the net and behind the net now. Kelly's going to go in after it. Kelly leaves there. It's in the skates. To be picked up by Minto. We're in the final minute of play in the second period. It's going to be played ahead by Warren. He's going to skate it up the ice ahead by Kelly. Warren at the blue line. Has nobody after him. Shoots! And that one hit Featherston Gal in the mask. Referee checking to see if he was all right before play continued. King in across the line gets tripped down. Elmvale. 20 seconds left on the power play. Franzen keeps. Plays it across the Pitt. Pitt plays it down low. Fuller. Backhand to the line. It's out of the zone. Back to get it is Franzen. 16 left in the period. We're about to go back to 5-on-5. In across the line is Kepfer. He couldn't get a shot away. We're back to even strength. Here comes Minto. Up the ice they come. There's a shot, save. Rebound, it's out. And Kepfer plays it away, but now it's going to be played out, and that will do it. So after 40 minutes in the books here in Elmvale, the Minto 81's with a pretty hefty second period, and they now lead it by a score of 4-1. We're playing 5-on-5 hockey here too at the beginning of the third period. Andrew Rogers with you on the play-by-play call. We'll be back for period number 3 in a little while. Everyone stick around. You're watching OEHL Hockey live on YouTube. Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey from the Floss Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for this afternoon's OEHL North Division matchup between the two-time defending champion Minto 81's and the Elmvale Harvesters. Today's game is brought to you by ClearPath Insurance Broker, by Quail's Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport, by Construction Equipment Supply, and by Bourgeois Ford Dealers in Midland, Ontario, Canada. It's live OEHL Hockey on YouTube from Elmvale. Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey from the Floss Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for this afternoon's OEHL North Division matchup between the two-time defending champion Minto 81's and the Elmvale Harvesters. Today's game is brought to you by ClearPath Insurance Broker, by Quail's Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport, by Construction Equipment Supply, and by Bourgeois Ford Dealers in Midland, Ontario, Canada. It's live OEHL Hockey on YouTube from Elmvale. Alright everyone, back in here for period 3. Andrew Rogers with you live on YouTube, OEHL Hockey at the Rio Raji 21. North Division matchup between the two-time defending champ Minto 81's and the Elmvale Harvesters. That shot from Riley Pitt is just wide. Comes into the neutral zone, it'll be picked up by Minto. They're going to bring it up the ice as Clayton throws it in. And now it's going to be Kelly into the middle. Intercepted though by Cone. Cone across. Kelly intercepts. It's a 3-on-2 for Elmvale. Here they come up the ice. Fuller couldn't center, and now it's going to be played back the line to Shorman. Tipped. Good save by Reinhardt. On the back of the net, it's Elmvale with it as they put the pressure on here in the third. Back to the line to Pitt. His shot wide, and we're going to get it's going to be out into the neutral zone. Back to get it is Elmvale in their own end as it's played up, tipped in by Owen King. Want to give a shout out to Phil Hurley. That be the father of Liam Hurley, who's watching in New Brunswick. So shout out to Phil. Here comes Caleb Warren. Shot glove save from Noah Featherston Howe Gow. And it'll be whistled down as we get a late arrival as Balkwill comes onto the ice, number 10. Face-off will be in the Elmvale zone. Yeah, so Phil Hurley from New Brunswick was told to shout out Phil as this puck is back in the Minto zone. Played ahead to Butcher. He gets pressured off the puck from Edmonds as it's back into the Minto zone for Alexander. Alexander, as one of the Elmvale players, Owen King, went sprawling. Herford across, out of the reach of Butcher. He couldn't connect on the pass across. Back to Warren. Warren plays it in deep. Had that go over the stick, and now it's Edmonds for Elmvale. Kept in, though, by Minto, as now Elmvale will skate it out. Edmonds is going to fire it into the zone. Get it back. Edmonds still with it. Turns and fires. He fanned on it, though. Now he still has it in the corner. Edmonds leaves for Paulamaki. He took a hit from Gibson. Now it's out. Taylor Murphy throws it across. Try to play it back, and Torrey intercept. Backhand saved by Noah Featherston Howe Gow of Elmvale. It's across. Here's a shot from Grant, who makes the save, and it'll hang on. Face off here coming up in the Elmvale zone. We have Minto leading 4-1 here in the third period. One back by Minto, but Elmvale's going to gather it, and they're going to bring it ahead. This is Austin Pope, number 44. He had it stripped away, though, and Minto is ahead. Laverdier, he was hurt coming off the ice slowly and in some pain. Now it's back to McIsaac. His shot deflected just wide by Grant, and that one's out. Look out. It's a full barn here in Elmvale today, and hopefully everybody down there is okay. If so, it's a lucky souvenir for someone down there, as it was played out. And it'll be faced off in the Elmvale zone. This one's going to come up to Noah's left. Face-off going to be controlled by Elmvale. They're going to fire it down, though, and I believe this is going to be an icing call against the Harvesters. 17-12 to go here in the third period. Minto leads 4-1. Elmvale going to play it up the boards and out as Brendan Clayton comes back for it for Minto. He'll play it across. This is McIsaac up the boards. He took a body check though, and here's Taylor Murphy. Murphy shoots off a skate. Rebound, save Reinhardt, and he hangs on as Clayton goes after Taylor Murphy. And we get pushing and shoving in behind the Minto net. So we get unsportsmanlike penalties to Ted Nickel and Taylor Murphy. Number 21 of Minto and number 27 of Elmvale. Face off here will come outside the Minto blue line. So play some 5-on-5 coincidental penalties. 16-52. Yeah, 52. Now it's sent in by Devin Shorman, and Elmvale's going to go after it. Alexander into the middle, intercepted. Elmvale has it, shot save. Rebound, it's loose. Good save there by Reinhardt, and the rebound almost snuck by him too as Shorman gets dumped. Now it's Aiden Yard with men. He's got it. Yard centering off the stick of Riley Pitt. Good defensive play. Here comes Shorman up the ice. He's got a man. Go to the net. Reinhardt with the save. Where is it? How did that puck stay out? Reinhardt went down, and as he was on his backside and going into the net, he managed to keep that puck out. What a chance for Elmvale.
Officers Taylor Murphy, 81's Ted Nickel, 23 308.
Puck is going to be faced off here in the Minto zone to the right-hand side of Jonathan Reinhardt, number 31 of Minto. It'll be one back pitch, shoots wide, glove hand side. High and wide, and that puck's all the way out. This will be played ahead, Owen King. Oh, look out. Off a stick and into the Minto bench and out of play. Face-off will be whistled or dropped just outside the Elmvale blue line as we play here in the third. Minto continuing to lead 4-1. This will be McIsaac now. He had to bring it back, and now it's Minto up to Warren. Warren's going to fire it into the Elmvale zone. On the far side, it'll be played into the middle, intercepted though. And this will be brought out by Palamaki. He drops. Shot by King. It was banned on as Elmvale tries to set up now in the Minto zone. It'll be to the line and out. Elmvale back in their own end as Pitt picks it up. Pitt across center, stripped of the puck though, and this is Warren across the blue line, stopped by Featherston Halgal. Warren dumps it on the backhand, and that one hit off the overhead stanchions and out of play. So we get a whistle. We're just trying to figure out where this face-off's going to be. It came off the stick of Caleb Warren, so I don't know why this would be not outside the zone, but they'll drop it to the right-hand side of the Elmvale netminder. Minto able to win that draw back, and Clayton throws it in. This one's across, intercepted there by Liam Hurley. He'll throw it in. The Elmvale faithful trying to wheel their team back into it here. And we're going to get a penalty here. And it's going to be for a slash with evidence and debris all over the ice. And Minto takes a slashing penalty here. And it's going to go to Stephen Grant. And that puts Elmvale on the power play. Love the youth influence, I got to tell you. It's fantastic. This one's played out by Minto. It's all the way down the ice. That's better. Kelly throws it across. This is going to be Balkwill. He'll bring it into the corner. Plays it around, looking for Fuller. Gibson gets it in the way and fires it down the ice. It's an Elmvale power play here with 1:27 left in it as Margot was tripped on the shorthanded forecheck. Now Margot turns and fires, and he'll go to the bench. 1:10 remaining in the Elmvale power play as they're going to bring it ahead. Kelly goes to the far side, plays it in the middle. Good pass. Fuller off a skate into the corner. Pierce checked off the puck, played back toward the line, but intercepted by Minto. Now it's going to be shot down by Cone, and Elmvale's got to come back for it with 48 seconds left as Kelly picks it up in his own end. Kelly trying to do some fancy stick work into the Minto zone. Leaves there, into the middle. This is Franzen across. Franzen. Now to Pitt. Pitt shoots, save, rebound. Minto trying to gather it to get it out. Pitt able to keep it in. They battle for it on the boards. Pitt throws it into the middle. Here's a shot. Reinhardt with the save. And he'll hang on. No traffic there for Jonathan Reinhardt. And we have 15 left in the man advantage for the Elmvale Harvesters. This is played back, and Riley Pitt can't keep it in. Pitt at his own blue line plays it across. It's going to be played by Elmvale. 5 left in the power play. Pitt brings it up across center. Into the Minto zone, goes to the backhand. Trying to center, nobody there. Still has it, we're back to even strength. Pitt gets dumped, and now picking it up is Ted Nickel. Nickel still with it. Plays it to the far side. It'll be picked up by Elmvale. Edmonds skates it up. Takes a hit, though, as Ted Nichols stepped up on Dave Edmonds. Now it's going to be played by Mason Cone. He's across, but he lost control of the puck. Kepfer throws it around to Franzen. Franzen's going to play it ahead. It was out of the reach of Laverdiere. He couldn't get there ahead of Reinhardt, and it's out of the zone. Back to get it is Austin Pope. Pope in across the line. Goes to the backhand, centers. To the line, it's out, and it's going to be a breakaway for Minto. Shot scores! Stephen Grant goes high glove side, and he scores on the breakaway. And Minto extends their lead off of that hiccup at the blue line that allowed Minto to get away for the breakaway, and Stephen Grant goes high glove side and extends the Minto lead. They now lead it 5-1 here in Elmvale. So the latest from number 56, Stephen Grant, and that is his third of the season, and he gives the Minto 81's a 5-1 lead. So Grant scores, and in across the line they come, and it's whistled down as Hackett was down, and he gives a cross check to Blake Nickel on the way by, and everything will be hunky-dory here in the Minto zone as we have 11:48 to play now here in a 5-1 Minto lead. Face-off will be outside the blue line. Face-off one back by Elmvale. Murphy puts it across. This will be sent in by Balkwill. Reinhardt's got it. He's going to hold on as Clayton gets mixed up. And Clayton gets the helmet ripped off there, and he's just going to pick that up. Actually, Reinhardt picks it up for him. Dave Pierce, I believe, is going to be whistled down here. Been a frustrating afternoon for the Elmvale Harvesters here at the Floss Elmvale today, as they trailed the two-time defending champ Minto 81's 5-1 here, as Pierce goes to the box and Brendan Clayton as well. So it's either going to be 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. I believe 5-on-5. Clayton and Pierce to the penalty box, and with 11:40 to go, we're going to play some 5-on-5. Coincidental Miners in a 5-1 Minto lead. Minto controls off the faceoff as Gibson picks it up. He'll play it across, bringing it ahead and into the zone. This is Herford into the corner. He gets bodied off the puck, tries to maintain control, and does. Now it's going to be picked up, though, by Elmvale. Pitt up the boards. Herford just fires it back in. Balkwill gets it for Elmvale. Will play it to Pitt. Pitt has Kelly, but elects to carry it instead. Brings it up, shoots it in, goes in after it. Pitt into the corner against Gibson. Played there by Minto. Elmvale trying to gather it on the boards, can't. Now it's going to be Warren with it. Or excuse me, Butchert. Or Herford. Butchert plays it ahead. It's going to be an icing call, though, against Minto. And the faceoff will come back in the 81 zone. So as we mentioned, Ripley won today. They're at 28 points. Elmvale at 25. With if the score holds, Minto would jump up to 19, and they would move into 5th spot in the North standings over idle Georgian Bay. So yeah, a lot of moving and shaking going on when it comes to the OEHL standings, and well, anything could happen. I mean, a lot of time left here. We only have 3 weeks left in the regular season. Hoping to get everything done by February 1st. As for the Minto 81's, they still have 2 games that they need to schedule and play against Durham, and that is yet to be scheduled. Here's a centering pass, good save by Featherston Howe Gow, and he's going to hold on. A lot of chatter after every whistle out there right now. So yeah, so Minto has 2 games against the Durham Thundercats that still need to be scheduled. As well, the Dunville Arrows and Elora Rocks on the south side have a game that they need to play that is yet to be rescheduled as well. So those 3 things notwithstanding, any game right now means an eternity in terms of meaning for where a team will finish and what the matchups will be. Right now, as it stands, it would be Elmvale and Shelburne in the first round, a matchup of 2 versus 7, as that one's in on Hal Gow, and he makes the save. The rebound is cleared. McIsaac plays it across. Here's a shot from the line, post and out. Hackett, Margot, they collide, and they come up the board or up the ice, and it's into the Minto zone. McIsaac pressured off the puck by Kepfer. Kepfer can't get a shot as Shorman steps up. Devin Shorman into the corner. They battle for it in the corner. Puck isn't loose yet. Now it comes loose, and Ted Nickel picks it up for Minto. He'll bring it ahead and into the zone. Plays it over to Mason Cohn. He takes a check. Now it's played out by the Elmvale Harvesters as Cohn and Shorman come together. Just as two come out, two more will enter as Cone and Shorman go to the box. And we'll get coincidental penalties again. I believe there'll be 2 each. So 9:32 to go here in the third period, and Minto leading 5-1. Face off here in the Minto end. This is one back to Balkwill, shoots gloves, save Reinhardt, and he hangs on. Jonathan Reinhardt of Minto has looked really solid here today. He hasn't played in a little while. I believe Ben Nelson's gotten the last 3 starts for Minto. So good to see Reinhardt back in the net for the 81's as this puck is ahead. Kelly keeps it in, shot, good save. Reinhardt had to adjust at the last second to bring his blocker hand up to make that save. Puck in the corner as they battle for it down low. And they bring it up the ice as it's into the Elmvale zone. Hurley and Pierce having a conversation in behind the play. Nothing developing there as Elmvale's going to skate it ahead. Across center and into the zone. Balkwell shoots it in on Reinhardt. And Gibson got slashed and he dropped his everything to the ice and he's upset. Gibson was slashed right in front of the referee by the Minto net. No penalty on the call, and he was obviously visibly frustrated. Face off here outside the Elmvale blue line. To be played back to. This will be in the Minto zone as coach of Minto and the referee still continue to jaw out there, and that's Ryan Fisk. He's got to be careful on the Minto bench. Pitt back in his own end here. We're even strength, so Pitt just trying to figure out what to do here as he plays it ahead now. Laverdiere had it slashed away from Butchard, who puts it into the middle to Herford. Herford, he gets hooked up, couldn't get the shot away. And then he gets bodied in by Owen King. Centering pass to Herford. He gets worked over by King as they go to the boards. Oh, wow! That hit Caleb Warren in the back of the head, and I think he's going to be all right. That could have been really scary. Caleb Warren, my goodness. He took that shot from McIsaac right in the back of the helmet. Here's King, shoots just wide. Shot there just wide for Elmvale as it's in the Minto zone. And McIsaac now against Edmonds, plays it ahead. It's out of the reach of Gibson. Pitt now with 7:24 to go here in the third. Minto continues to lead 3-1 as Pitt brings it up the ice. Riley Pitt across center and into the zone. Tries to go wide. Clayton steps up on Pitt, who then makes a hit of his own. Back now and left there as this is going to be Laverdiere playing it up. Edmonds shoots. Oh, and he hit his man in the face. Where's that puck? Oh, it's loose. It hit Palamaki in the face or in the mask anyway, and he was shooken up. Hopefully he's okay. Boy, what is going on here in Elmvale? A couple of scary spots there for Caleb Warren and for Dylan Palamaki. 6:50 to go here in the third. It's 5-1 Minto. This one is going to be in the skates off the face-off. Minto going to pick it up to the line to Grant, who can't get it out. Big battle for it in behind the net. Clayton going to try and get this puck out and does. Tied up with King in behind the play. Minto in across the line. It's still loose in the middle. Oh, shot wide on the glove side. Minto has it to the outside. Blake Nichols shot. Save Noah Featherston Howe Gow, and we get more pushing and shoving after the face-off, or after the whistle. Down to 6:22 to go here in the third. Minto leads 5-1 over the Elmvale Harvesters. 6:22. Face off here to the right-hand side of the Elmvale netminder. It's back to Gibson. Gibson shoots. Glove save. Featherston Howe and he'll hold on. Another face-off here as Minto wins that back. Gibson shoots again. This one's off the glove and over the net. Now to be played out by Elmvale. Up to get it is Kelly. Goes wide on Butchert. Kelly has it still. Kelly backhand toward the net, intercepted by Caleb Warren. Warren skates it out. Now to be played in by Minto as Franzen picks it up for Elmvale. In behind his own net, Joseph Franzen with it. He'll play it ahead. Kelly tips it to the blue line. Now he'll go in after it. Kelly shoots it toward the net. It was intercepted by Minto. This puck is ahead to center. Going to be played by Jeremy Robertson into the zone. Now with it is Herford. Herford in behind his own net. Plays it up the boards. This is Cone. Trying to do some fancy stick work, and he'll play it out of the zone anyway to Ted Nickel. Nickel going to go for a skate. He'll bring it up the ice and go wide. Oh, he avoided a check nicely. Centers for good defensive play there from Jeremy Robertson to get in the way of that. What a skill move from Ted Nickel as he avoided a check along the boards. Now here comes Elmvale across the line. Kelly across. Shot there, save Reinhardt. And he'll hang on. That off the stick of number 21, Cam Cochran. .452 now to go here in the third period. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play with you live, OEHL Hockey. Great to be alongside Peyton McIsaac with it, plays it in Yard. Yard skates it up. Now it's going to be played by Hurley. Yard goes wide, centers. Hurley stopped by Featherston Howe. It's still in the Elmvale zone as it'll be whistled. Now it's going to be played out by the Harvesters. In across the line they come, centering pass. Reinhardt's got it and he's going to hang on. And no extracurriculars after that. The next time that you will hear me at the Real Raji 21 live on YouTube, I'll be in Shelburne on Friday, January the 16th. On Friday, January the 16th, it'll be the Lucknow Lancers traveling to Shelburne to take on the Muskies. Herford into the middle, good pass, good save. Featherston Howe makes the save and he'll hang on in a 5-1 Minto lead. Face off here coming up in the Elmvale zone. Elmvale going to skate it up, but it's now Pitt playing it ahead. This is going to be Edmonds into the middle, intercepted by Butchert. Puts it across to Warren. Warren's going to come ahead. He'll play it in, and Featherston Howe stops it there. Pitt across, good pass. Edmonds brings it ahead. He's got some room. Goes to the middle, intercepted there by Clayton. Here comes Minto, but it's intercepted there. Edmonds has it again. Palamaki across. Edmonds fires. That one out of play off the stick. So it'll be whistled down. And this face-off is going to stay in the Minto zone. Down to 3:36 to go. And we get a Minto penalty. So Minto gets called for an unsportsmanlike, and we'll get a Elmvale power play here. In a 5-1 game, the face-off will be in the Minto zone. Back to the line to Shorman. He'll play it across. Pitt shoots. Good save, Reinhardt with the blocker. Shorman shoots. Missed on the blocker side. It'll be fired out by Cone. Down to 3:18 to play here in the third. Pitt throws it across. Shorman up the ice and into the zone. Try to play to the middle. Reinhardt stops it, but then gets poked. And he's not happy with that, obviously, as there's a big pile up now. Reinhardt was bowled into after he froze that puck. And not happy there with Shorman. So we'll get penalties here with 3:09 to go. Shorman and McIsaac will go to the box. Faceoff will remain in the Minto zone. Face-off here in the Minto end to the left-hand side of Reinhardt as we continue 5-on-5. Or excuse me, 5-on-4. Into the middle, out of the reach of Kelly. Balkwill sends it down. Kelly gonna get it back, shot wide. Still has it. The league's leading scorer. Tried to play it into the middle. It was intercepted though by Minto. And now Cone. He's going to come up and he gets bumped off the puck. Ted Nickel puts it back into the Minto zone. Blake Nickel with it. Tried to fire it but fanned on it and he took a hit. But now it's all the way out. Pitt plays it up. Kelly grabs it. He'll bring it across the line. Kelly still has it in the corner. Trying to get away from his man. Leaves there, and here's a centering pass. That's deflected to the Minto bench and out of play.
The Elmvale Harvesters would like to thank silver sponsors, Key Mortgage Partners, Double M Construction, and Steel.
37 left in the Elmvale power play. 2:13 to go here in the third. 5-1 Minto lead. And we get a high stick call here as Brad Kepfer went down, and it was called immediately. Hopefully he's okay. Penalty here will be for Minto, and we get a high stick call to Riley Torrey, and it'll be a 2-minute penalty for high sticking. And now we have a 5-on-3 situation here for the Elmvale Harvesters. This is one back. Franzen at the line. Puts it across the Pitt. Pitt fires it down low. Kepfer still has it. Reinhardt save. Still loose. Palamaki couldn't get a shot. He had a chance at his second of the game, but couldn't get that shot away. Now to be played out by Minto. Pitt brings it up the ice. Pitt into the Minto zone, but it's offside at the line. One penalty is done, and it's a minute 26 remaining in the second penalty.
Minto penalty number 4, Riley Torrey, 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 17:50.
Excuse me.
Riley Torrey, 2 for high sticking.
Face off just outside the Minto zone will be sent all the way down the ice. 1:20 to go. About a 10-second difference in the clock to the penalty. Now to be played ahead. This is Dave Pierce. Pierce, the third leading defenseman in scoring, as that one's sent down by Minto. Yeah, Riley Pitt and Dave Pierce, number 2 and number 3 in defenseman scoring in the OEHL this season. And across the line is Pierce. He'll leave it, gets it back, had it stripped away. Pitt keeps it in. We're in the final minute of the third. Pitt at the blue line gets it. Now plays it across, and now it's over centered. Shot just wide, glove hand side on Reinhardt. Back to Pitt. Save, rebound. It's in. And I believe this one's going to be Jordan Fuller. A power play goal late makes it 5-2. And I believe that's Jordan Fuller that'll get it. So power play goal late for Elmvale as they make it 5-2. As that one squeezes past Reinhardt, and Fuller has his 10th of the season, and now it's 5-2. Franzen plays it up into the Minto zone. Going to be Aiden Yard picking it up and off the glass and out. 25 left. Fuller with his 10th, and that's off the stanchion. This face-off will come up in the outside the blue line of Minto. With 17 to go, it's going to come all the way back into the Elmvale blue line. So Minto 5-2. They leapfrog Georgian Bay into 5th spot in the North Division. For the Elmvale Harvesters, they drop a game and remain 3 back of the Ripley Wolves for first in the OEHL North standings. As we get a hit in behind the play, they'll be separated quickly, and that will do it. The game is ended. This one's in the books. Minto 81's come into Elmvale, defeating the Elmvale Harvesters by a score of 5-2. Elmvale, or Minto, with a pair of wins this weekend. 5-1 yesterday against Georgian Bay, 5-2 today against Elmvale. For the Harvesters, a 4-1 victory over Ripley yesterday, and now a 5-2 defeat at the hands of the Minto 81's today here at the Floss Elmvale. Andrew Rogers on the play-by-play. Was absolutely wonderful to bring you this game. Hope to do many more throughout the course of the rest of the regular season and into playoffs. But it's been a joy and a pleasure. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching. We will see you next time. That's all from Elmvale. Live on YouTube, it's OEHL Hockey from the Floss Elmvale Community Arena in Elmvale, Ontario, Canada, for this afternoon's OEHL North Division matchup between the 2-time defending champion Minto 81's and the Elmvale Harvesters. Today's game is brought to you by ClearPath Insurance Broker, by Quail's Brewery, by Hardship Acres Landscaping, by Chandler Transport, by Construction Equipment Supply, and by Bourgeois Ford Dealers in Midland, Ontario, Canada. It's live OEHL Hockey on YouTube from Elmvale.